Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. This is the October 1st edition of the Carolina Weather Video here. It is another chilly start to the day today all across the Carolinas. This morning we had frost advisories in effect for many North Carolina mountain locations, many locations in the Piedmont well down into the 40s this morning, and even right to the coast, lower 50s. So a fairly cool start to October here this morning. Let me show you what's happening, though. Interesting weather pattern over the next week or so. This is a look at the upper air pattern for today, and notice a pretty sharp trough diving into parts of the plain states. That trough has caused some pretty big thunderstorms this morning in parts of Kansas and Missouri, some severe weather involved there, and a nice looking cold front all the way from the Dakotas down into the southern plains, some snow in the Rockies behind it. So that trough will continue sliding eastward. Briefly, you notice a little bit of ridging here in the Ohio and the Tennessee valleys, and that's reflected in the high temperature pattern today. There's some 80s for highs in places like Dallas, Shreveport, Little Rock, and Memphis, and that will fuel some pretty big thunderstorm activity. You have a slight risk of severe weather in effect, or actually outlook rather, from the SPC, from the southern plains on up into parts of the Missouri Valley today. So some pretty big thunderstorm chances in that region. For our area here in the Carolinas, a dry day today. There's our area of Canadian high pressure sliding offshore today. So we'll begin to see our winds switch around out of the south and west. That'll begin to moisten up the atmosphere very, very slowly. But a dry day today, a lot of sunshine, highs mid-70s in most spots for this afternoon. There could be some low 70s up near the Virginia border. Now, as we go into the day tomorrow, that storm system presses eastward. I think most of us outside of the mountains will squeeze in a dry day tomorrow, but clouds will be rolling in. But we will have the chance of some showers as we go into tomorrow night, into early portions of Saturday. By the time Saturday evening rolls around, the best shower chance is way over in the coastal plain. So not a great shower chance here, but the best chance for showers occurring will be, say, later tomorrow night into Saturday morning. And it looks like the coverage of showers will not be all that great for the Charlotte and Triad zones, but certainly some shower chances with us. Behind that cold front, some drier air settles in, another area of high pressure moves in, and we look to be in great shape. Sunday and Monday, a lot of sunshine. Highs mid to upper 70s. Could even be a few lower 80s mixed in spots Sunday afternoon. Now, I want to show you this. This is a look at the eastern Pacific, and there's probably going to be a tropical system developing here over the next day or so, and that's going to take a path where it recurves off to the north and northeast toward the Baja Peninsula, and then moves across northern portions of Old Mexico. That's important because that's really going to enhance some probably pretty significant rains in spots that don't need it next week. So let's go to next week. This is Monday, and we have that front that's going to move through Saturday here. It stalls out in the Gulf and then slowly lifts back northward into Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama as we get into early next work week. And there goes the rain breaking out with that, and there's the tropical moisture moving through Old Mexico. By the time Tuesday rolls around, that tropical moisture fully involved with that cold front, so there will probably be more flooding issues in the lower Mississippi Valley and the Tennessee Valley, and maybe even trying to spread toward the western Carolinas as we get into next week. So that's Tuesday. That's Wednesday. Still a lot of moisture in those same areas. And finally, Thursday, notice a pretty big push of cool air. By Thursday, that cool air begins to surge southeastward, and a strong cold front could slide through here around late Thursday or maybe early Friday. Now, later next week, a little bit of a tricky call here. Again, this is a look at the average of the upper air pattern for days 8, 9, and 10. European model on the left, American model, the GFS, on the right. And some of the details with the troughing in the southwest still up in the air, but one thing is common amongst all the models: big, huge ridge near the west coast of North America. That's pretty much being indicated on all the modeling. And again, we're talking here day 8, 9, and 10. So that's around the end of next work week, early next weekend, around the 8th, 9th, 10th of October. And here's the Canadian. I want to show you this. I know this is a little difficult to see on the video, but there's that big ridge in the western part of North America. And it has a huge full latitude trough, the Canadian model does, in the eastern U.S. and actually pushes That's the black line here. That's the 0 degree line up at 850 millibars, and that's a pretty far south protrusion of that for early October. So if the Canadian is right, and it might be sniffing out the right idea here, we could see a pretty good push of chilly air into the eastern U.S. by the end of next week. So we will see how all that plays out. All right, that's it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everyone have a wonderful day today. Get out and enjoy this great weather, and God bless.